What's up, YouTube? My name is Uncle Smokey, and this is Uncle Smokey Stock Trades. And before I start this video, I would like to say, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So please take what I say with a grain of salt, and do your own DD. What's going on, guys? What a weird freaking day. I did say that first thing this morning I came out with the video. I thought this was going to be a strange day. Absolutely strange. Very, very weird. So we did start out the day on the short sale list. Short sale restriction list. I do apologize for that. And normally I would say, that doesn't amount to a hill of beans. But today I do think it absolutely did. And here's where my theory comes into play. So what we saw today was a pump and fade immediately. And this is a tactic that's used by hedge funds to try and drive people out of their positions, to snuff them out. And we see it all the time. It's nothing uncommon. So that wasn't going to shake any of us diamond-handed apes, unicorns, attack helicopters, Ferrari with no wheels, whatever you want to be. Again, I don't stress what you want to be. I don't care. We're all welcome here. Anyhow, once we have gone from here to here, I think what happened was that short sale restriction really took into place. Now, normally they could continue to short the stock by using short sale exempt, which means they would just write it off as a different type of short sale. It would go down as an FTD, and then they would have X amount of time to cover. But in a situation like what I think we have today is I don't think there's liquidity for them to do that. Main reason being, first and foremost, market makers may not want to continue to allow the shorting, or maybe even not the market makers, I should say, perhaps the, I guess it would be the market makers, wouldn't want to allow for everybody to keep shorting. The brokerages wouldn't want them to keep shorting, things like that, because of the meeting tomorrow. There may be too much of a chance for this thing to just start exploding. So I think what happened was at noon, on the nose, a circuit breaker was triggered. The short sale restriction was triggered that they could no longer do this. It was shut down on them. And you just saw straight sideways action while they tried to pour more liquidity into themselves. This was just, in my opinion, this is my theory, hedge funds, short sellers, not so much the short sellers, just the hedge funds, market makers, the people who have to make sure that they have liquidity in an individual security. That was them doing that. They were pouring the liquidity back into themselves and creating this thing to trade absolutely sideways with very little short action involved. Now, I can't prove that as of yet because if you go over here to the intranet, they haven't updated it yet. Go down here, nothing there. And this is on one of my favorite sites, Chart Exchange. They're usually actually more reliable than Fintel. Fintel has not updated yet either. Let's hit refresh. Let's just double check. Refreshing it out, nothing. We are still only showing data for yesterday. Nothing from today from the FINRA, from the physical dark pool. They're hiding something right now, and I don't understand why. And that is why I've come up with this theory. Now, with that being said, with that theory being out there, in the process of trying to record this video, I got a tweet from George. Well, I didn't get it. I've seen there was a tweet from George. Hi, Dave, at DJ under H2O. Our team is diligently working towards resolving the dividend, which involves multiple parties. We appreciate everyone's patience. Now, the way I took this was they're trying to resolve the MMTLP stuff. And to find that out is, how did Dave word it? I appeal to George at Palacaris' good nature for a mildly detailed MMTLP update. Sir, can we investors get some reassurance that the Meta team is diligently working towards resolving the dividend, whether through sale, spinoff, or other means? All I ask is a simple yes. Well, he got way more than that. He got a pretty good explanation. And it makes me feel great to know that they are diligently working on it. And when I say resolving, the only thing I could see any resolve being needed was because it got switched over to the OTC and was started to be traded. Otherwise, there's no resolution needed. We'll get our dividend when we get it. And with that being said, if you guys want any dividend information, I'm going to send you to the best person I can. She knows more about the dividend than anybody out here. She knows about the oil and gas assets. She has theories on the sales and what the dividend will be. And she backs it up with a lot of great information and due diligence towards her theories. And that would be Roller Pigeons. In fact, let's go ahead and pull her page up real quick. There we are. Money Chicken Suit Sprite. I'll put a link to her Twitter page and to her YouTube channel, which this is her right here. She's a wonderful gal. She's absolutely brilliant. And she really knows her shit when it comes right down to this dividend. And I think she's going to be pretty spot on when it all comes right down to it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move back on over to this stuff here. All right, so after our pump and dump and everything else that we had first thing in the morning, and then, like I said, I do think it was triggered. I think that started the SSR trigger, and they couldn't do anything from there. I've never seen it happen like that. Never, ever, 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 ever. I have been in AMC. I have been in BB. I have been in so many different meme stocks that the short sale restriction has been triggered on all of these. And I've never seen it trade like this. I've always seen it continue to pull down. And this is the first time I think I could say that liquidity ran out. Now, I know Ortex doesn't show that. Let's go over to Ortex real quick. It doesn't show that right now, but I think maybe in the next couple of days we're going to see that. You have seen this all increase every day for a couple of days now, and the stock's just been coming down for like 2 weeks. They have been shorting the shit out of it. Like I said yesterday in my yesterday's video, they've been using the market's downward spiral to aid in them being able to short even more under the radar. And that's what's been happening. I'd be willing to bet once all of this stuff updates over here, you're going to see a whole different story. But we're not there yet. Let's get back over to the chart. I've recorded this thing 20 times, and I hope this is the one. I'm not going to record it again. All right. Let's go over to the 1 hour chart real quick, because the 1 day chart's not really saying much. All right, so here we are on the 1 hour chart. Let's get our lines back up here. Boom, there it is. Okay, so we've got our channel that we've been trending down in. What I want you guys to look at is where we're at in that channel. We never really fully tapped the bottom here. We've traded completely sideways since our last reversion yesterday. And what I'm expecting is for us to see a bounce tomorrow, believe it or not. I think it's coming tomorrow. With the news of this investors meeting, with everything that's happened today, with the SSR rule that was triggered the day before, Guys, I think we're getting ready to see some rocket ships. I really don't know. Of course, I don't know. And I'm not trying to pump this thing up. I'm not trying to get any false hopes. There's been way too much coincidental stuff happen. It's just... wow. It's freaking wow. That's all I have to say is it's wow. I mean, and then with George's tweet, guys, just man, I'm excited. I'm excited. And I hope I have a reason to be excited. I don't want to let myself down. And I hope nobody else gets let down if nothing does happen. Because this could come out tomorrow. They could have this investor meeting tomorrow. And it's just business as usual. It could just be wham, bam, thank you, man. We're done. It's over. And no news is good news. I don't know. I do know that George has been a lot more talkative lately. I do know we've been seeing a lot of great things happening with the company over the last month or so. And I really think tomorrow is going to be a crucial, can't say the words today, guys. Pivotal point in the stock and the company. All right, let's move over to the 1 day chart. Here is the most interesting part of all of the technical analysis. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. We got a doji. Last time we had a doji, right back here, doji. That's a true, genuine doji. And I had said it was that day it was a doji, and we had a huge run-up all the way up to the $6.50 range. Doji. I see it. Do you see it? Was that the 650 day? Yeah, that was the 650 day. Also, take a look down here. RSI is showing it is still oversold, but we have bullish divergence. It's arguable, but it is bullish divergence. In fact, if you take a look at my line here, I'm bringing it up. Let's zoom way in. I will put it right on that blue line. It did not go any lower than the tip before, okay? But this is a lower point than the day before, so it shows lower on the stock, but not on the oscillator. We've got some bullish divergence. We got a doji candle. We've got the MACD hooking right back towards... the 50 MA hooking towards the 200 MA after just barely crossover. It was a light crossover a couple days ago. And we really haven't taken too many big major hits since then either. Yes, we've come down, but we haven't come down dramatically. Okay, so now that my excitement's a little bit more wound down, let's move over to the options chain. Options chain still showing extremely, extremely bullish. Now, the one thing I want to reiterate is in the options chain, the one thing you got to keep in mind is when you're looking at this number and this number, these are the total contracts traded. It's not just calls bought, puts bought. It's total traded. That could be covered calls, it could be covered puts, it could be bought, it could be sold, everything. All right, even exercised. So always keep that in mind. Now, with the other thing I want to tell you is take a look at the January 21st, 2022 expiration date at the $10 strike. That is 15,600 options that have been purchased for that strike. That's freaking insane, guys. Not to mention the 10,000 at $5, the 8,000 at $4, and this $5 and $4 strike, that's going to print. As long as we get a little bit of movement, that is absolutely going to print. We're just sitting below $4 where we're at now. I mean, 350-ish is where we're sitting in the after hours, I do believe. Back to the 1 minute. Let's see. $3.46 at the end of the day, up 3.5% in the after hours. What do you know? And it's funny. This proves that it's market manipulation that's happened throughout this last day here. Once they got that call and they had to trade on and do this right here, this was all manipulated for them to be able to do exactly what I think they're doing, and that's trying to regain liquidity, trying to build up that momentum. So that way they can prove that they have this stock to give back, to cover the FTDs that are going to be coming due, whatever it may be. Okay? I think that's what that was. So, hopefully I've got that clear enough now. After that the bell rang and the foot was lifted off of our neck, it took a big breath and it just started trading. It started trading almost normal. The 50 MA crossed over the 200 and it just skyrocketed. All right. Ortex. Sorry if you can't tell, I'm very excited. Let's hit refresh. That way we know we have the most up-to-date data. Boom. There's up-to-date data. Wowzers, guys. All right. Talk about a good increase. All right. I put up my morning briefing this morning, and it was fantastic. It was a video, and like I had said, it was going to be a weird day, and it was. 86.6% utilization. Cost per hour was 2.42%. The current shares on loan is 35 million shares, and that would take 2.84 days to cover all of those shares, and that is 25% of the free float on loan. As of a few days ago, the estimated percent of the free float that was short was 16%. Now, today, they have increased their positions, as they have been doing just about every day. And that's why I said I think the liquidity is not there. I don't think there's any shares for them to be borrowing. Even though it doesn't say that there isn't, I don't think there is. Remember, this is on a delay by T2. There's a very good chance, with the jump that we had seen just this morning, that this could be 100% utilized already. And we don't know. Tomorrow will show 2 days ago's data. So tomorrow we will see probably Wednesday's data, maybe, tomorrow's Friday. We'll see Wednesday's data, which was a drop, which means they shorted it. This should go up again. Today, they did increase their position 2.14% by borrowing almost 1 million full shares and only returning just under 200,000 shares. The current estimated short interest is 23.29 million, which is 16.66% of the free float. And according to Ortex, as of December 1st, their current number of days on loan is 24.95 days. That is an average of 3 months. So they've been holding their positions long for about 25 days now. Ortex is done. You know what? Let's go over here real quick. I didn't check the alpha trading signals. We've been doing some crazy stuff. Let's see if alpha does anything for us. Nothing. Okay, so we don't have any trading signals triggered yet. I foresee that happening in the very near future, though. This is on Ortex, the alpha trading signal. It'll list what kind of squeezes you have coming up. Buy, sell, ratings, things like that. All right, let's hit the Fintel refresh button again. Let's see if it's done anything yet. Still no info. Fantastic, but we're going to run with it. 75.52 out of 100 on the short squeeze score. That is 292 out of the 5,500 stocks that are on this list. As of 6 hours ago, which is a pretty long time ago, there was 1,300,000 shares ready to be lent out from a leading prime brokers. That's one brokerage to be shorted into the stock. But this morning there was only 500 250,000 shares available to be lent out. Basically showing that they returned about 1 million shares. But Ortex does not show that. They're not showing that kind of number. And again, we're not up to date yet with Fintel either. Oh, and their cost to borrow, 1.65%. I'm going to hit refresh one more time. Let's see if we got anything. Nothing. Let's go over here to this one again. Let's hit refresh on them. Nothing. Holy cow. Hinky. You know what? Just out of curiosity, and I can actually give you some of the information. So, of the volume today, we did see 5 million in volume. 2,700,000 of that was from the off exchange or the dark pool. And that is about 56% of the volume today. I got a feeling a lot of that was short volume since they're not showing it yet. I want to see if maybe any of these other stocks are showing up. Let's see what AMC says. Let's go to their stats. Let's see if they've got their dark pool data updated yet. No, we don't have any dark pool data there yet. Okay, let's not do a meme stock. Let's do, Okay, we'll do a meme stock. I don't care what anybody says. They are too. Hit the button. Nothing. So it looks like FINRA is having a little bit of a hard time, or the dark pools are having a little bit of a hard time reporting some information today. I wonder what's going on. That's a very good, interesting question. That might help answer some of our questions today, that's for sure. So, with that being said, guys, I don't really have anything else I want to talk about today. I wanted to get that out of there. The overall price action today was absolutely crazy. You've got my theory. I'm sure there's other theories out there. Make sure you go and watch these other videos. Again, go check out Roller Pigeon. She is the best DD for the dividend. If you want any of that information, she talks TLP all day. She loves that stuff. With that being said, that's all I got for you today, guys. Like, subscribe, and do what you got to do. Peace.